Good morning, everyone. My name is Daniela Dominguez, and today we're going to talk about asthma. So, what is asthma? Asthma is the hyperresponsiveness of our lung cells, creating an inflammation of our bronchioles and our lungs. It is an allergic reaction to something, okay? So, what happens whenever you have a trigger? Your lungs start to get inflamed and you start producing mucus. So, what that causes is for you to not be able to breathe as good as if you were not having the reaction. One common way of knowing that you're having an attack, first, difficulty breathing, and then you're gonna hear a little wheezing noise. That wheezing noise, it means that your airway is contracting. So every time you take a deep breath, the air gets pushed in a more not as efficient as it should be. So that's making the wheezing noise. Okay. Treatments. The most common one is our inhaler of called bronchodilators. This one is albuterol based. So what you do once you start feeling like you're having an asthma attack or you're starting to feel short of breath, what you do is try to take a deep breath, put the inhaler in your mouth, and as you push for the medication to go in, you take a deep breath. So the bronchodilators are a rapid relief of symptoms. These ones you only take them as soon as you start feeling like you're gonna have an attack. So what it does, it relaxes the airways. Common side effects, tremors and palpitations. That's part of the medication. That's what albuterol does. Then we have our inhaled corticosteroids. These ones, you take them daily or twice a day, depending on what type of asthma you have. So this one is usually powder. It's like a powder. So what it causes hoarseness and oral yeast infection. So what you do once you take it, you rinse your mouth real good. Then we have the oral steroids, which will be the prednisone. This one will be if you have very bad and chronic asthma. You usually take them in the mornings, once a day. And with these ones, you will need, first of all, the doctor to tell you how to taper it down because you can have some side effects if you start taking them real fast. A way of monitoring that these medications are working, first of all, it's whenever you take your medication, is are you breathing better? As soon as you take it, we're talking about the bronchodilators. If you take it and then you feel this relief, then you start breathing better, that's a way of knowing that this treatment is working. Okay? Prevention. So to prevent an asthma attack, we need to know what's causing it. There are several triggers that may cause asthma. Most of the common ones, and you might be able to notice once you do these activities, you might notice, okay, I'm getting short of breath. So does that mean that I'm allergic or I have an allergic reaction to this? The most common one will be, are you vacuuming? You know, all the dust is coming out. Are you dusting? Are you near certain animals? Are you near someone smoking? Running, playing, exercising when you start getting short of breath, certain smells, the weather, whether it's too cold, too hot, too humid, stress and emotions. Stress and emotions can also trigger asthma attacks. Um, Another way to prevent it is take your medication as indicated. Sometimes the doctors may indicate you to take certain medications daily in the mornings, usually. So that's a way to prevent attacks. Okay, take your medication how your doctor is prescribing it. Recognize all the symptoms of your asthma when it's getting worse. As soon as you see that the medications may not be working, try to go for the second step. Sometimes doctors may order a second line of treatment if the first one is not working. And if the second one is not working, call your doctor right away. Okay? Lifestyle changes. These one might be the most difficult ones for high schoolers. So the first thing to know is what are your triggers? If you already know that what triggers your asthma is being near dogs or cats, then you're gonna have to stay away from them. That's a lifestyle change. Stay away of your what's triggering you asthma. Okay? Another thing, stress and emotions. Whenever you get whether too stressed, afraid, or too excited, that can also cause asthma. So if it's negative kind of emotion, anger, um, you start getting afraid, angry, sad, you need to take a deep breath and start relaxing because you know that's gonna cause the asthma. So let's relax and the asthma should start going away. Okay, or at least you're not triggering it. And if you do trigger it, well, take your medication, your albuterol, your fast relief, okay, before you start feeling that sense of shortness of breath, which it should be very, very uncomfortable to feel, okay? Another thing that causes asthma is reflux and heartburn. So this can be caused by certain food that you eat that is very irritant, spicy food with a lot of spices, alcohol, cigarettes. Um, so if you stay away from those things, you can also prevent asthma attacks. Okay. If you like to exercise, the best recommendation will be to warm up 5 to 10 minutes before you start working out and your cool down. Again, 5 to 10 minutes once you're done with your exercises. Sometimes, if this warm up or cool down does not work, sometimes the doctor might prescribe some pre exercise medication that you will take 15 to 30 minutes before exercising. So that could help you prevent an asthma attack while you're exercising. And that's common to see too. Okay, so this is asthma is very common. It can be very frustrating too. So everything starts with knowing what's causing your asthma. That's the first step to know. If you already know what's causing it, stay away from it. Or if for some reason you just can't stay away from it, keep always your medication with you, your fast acting, your albuterols, okay, the spray, the inhaler. So that way we prevent an asthma attack that might take you to the hospital. So that's our first step, okay? So that's it for asthma today. Thank you so much for listening.